South Carolina next week. Hey, everybody!
What's that about weird, obnoxious noises, Greg? From the Undead Beertubers we are?
Well, Agnes and I are going down south next week, and we're going to have a good time. But listen, that's not important. We're here with Beer Analysis 101 with your host, Scott Wells Starr, and we got Nick here in the background. And, of course, Greg, pretending to be Batman. But
I'm Batman. He's the hero that Mississauga deserves.
I really just like dressing in a black costume and hiding in alleys. But enough about me. How are you doing tonight, Nick?
I'm not doing too bad. Feel like a little bit of a cold coming on, but that's...
you got the COVID.
God, I hope not. I'm drinking a Upstreet Go Devil India Pale Ale. 6.66% ABV. Speaking of which, we got Paul in the chat. We'll get to him in a second.
And I'm drinking.
I take it, Greg, you didn't have a beer. You're drinking an Alpine out of a Moose Light glass thing.
Yep.
So, how expensive was that Alpine there, Scott?
It was a taxable deduction from my work.
Taxable deduction from work.
You know what, Scott? That's wonderful that you're using all your work benefits. It's a shame when people don't use their benefits.
That's right. That's right. I am using all my work benefits to the most of my ability.
Most of your liver's ability.
But I've been sick this past week, so it's been a tough go. Can't drink my 2 beers a day.
2 beers a day, so you get 10 for the weekend.
So I got like I got 10 to drink the next few days. Luckily, tomorrow's a very special day.
Yes.
Ooh, is it something about you escaping a vagina?
I'm assuming you're getting quite
from a vagina.
I'm assuming you're getting quite drunk there tomorrow.
Probably not.
It's a weekend. He's gonna be snorting some coke.
Oh yeah, because I can do that.
Yeah. Speaking of which, let's look over in the comments where we've got PA Brew News asking, "Cheers, all! What's next week's beer?" Next week's beer, I think we're actually going to do Scott themed beers.
Beers that remind you of me. So next week, well, tomorrow is my birthday, but we'll do the beer review next week.
I was gonna say, why don't we do Scott themed beer today? What the hell?
Because we didn't think about it until today.
Well,
Scott wasn't around.
I'm currently drinking a Karma Citra. Why does it remind me of Scott? Because I got it from GLB, and I've been with Scott at Timothy's, which is close to GLB. So therefore, by geographic convenience, this beer is basically the Scott Myers of beer.
It's like the Budweiser of beers.
Exactly. It's something Lager Boy would enjoy.
Well, la-dee effing da.
La-dee frickin' da. Oh, guess who's here? Chat just got a little bit more French.
Oh, that's a gee.
That's a gee.
Gee, are you living in a wind tunnel or something?
Sounds like he's by a river.
You doing your laundry?
Nope.
Let's get the fan on.
If only we had some IT guys here that could help him.
I don't need the IT guys help me. See.
It's probably just microphone input, maybe.
I was gonna say it almost sounds like something's not properly plugged in and it's staticky.
PA Brutus is saying, "Gee, orange candies and treated lumber."
That's basically.
There you go.
That sounds like a good IPA.
And the New Balance shoes. Get that stout with the New Balance shoes smell.
Nothing wrong with some New Balance shoes.
Oh, I put that on new improved noise filter. See what that does.
Excellent. Yeah, no, it's much better.
There you go. Yeah, that's good.
Why did you leave it off by default? This.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Let me see.
Just go in settings, it's right there.
Weird. Reduce mic background noise. New. I don't know. Anybody getting background noise off of me?
Nope. Right now, everyone's quiet.
As a church mouse.
Paul says I'll be out at 11 p.m.
There we go.
Out where?
11 p.m. normal time or
I'm probably out of work. He's doing his. I'm assuming doing a night shift at Kellogg's or something.
He's making those Rice Krispies for all the good boys and girls.
Yep. Wasn't it that Kellogg invented cornflakes to get for patients in mental health homes that were chronic masturbators or something, or I thought there was like a masturbation link to cornflakes.
I wouldn't rub my dick with cornflake. That sounds bad.
Let's do a Google search. I'm going to share my screen. I'll type in cornflake masturbation.
You do that.
No.
God, Nick is not worried about losing his channel.
Thank God.
Just type in Rule 34 Kellogg's cornflakes.
Rule 34. The fuck is Rule 34?
You've never heard of
you'll
Rule
find out.
34? It's definitely nothing pornographic.
If it exists, there's porn of it. Yeah. Okay.
You can almost type in anything, Rule 34, and you'll find some sort of porn of it.
Yeah, there we go. The cereal, originally made with wheat, was created by Will Kellogg in 1894 for patients at the Battle Creek Sanitarium, where he worked with his brother John Kellogg, who was the superintendent. The cereal proved popular amongst patients and helped him start the Kellogg Company. History.
There you go.
So yeah, like people in the sanitarium were there because they couldn't help jerking off or some shit. Maybe Paul's the expert on the history of this company or something. He still works there anyway. Maybe he can fill us in. And you know what? He probably is typing about that, but I don't see the comments because they're getting blocked by StreamYard.
Oh, we need Lee Russell to save us all.
We don't have Lee's probably hanging out with Lady Lee or something.
Lady Lee, I think Lady Lee is doing school. She usually has late evenings on things. He's just probably being a grumpy McGrump.
Hmm.
Yep. Good conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about Kellogg's and porn.
Jerking off and
He's noisy fan.
I just found a piece of plastic in my glass.
oh, that's not good. Is that in your beer?
I don't know if it was in my beer or not. I don't know. Looks like
Well, if anybody's out there watching, don't be afraid to ask questions. Yes, this is I think your main drinking night. Are you drinking anything other than Coke?
I just had a little bit of Jameson left. I put that inside.
Oh,
there we go. A little Jameson and Coke. I'm having I think I told you guys, I'm having a Karma Citra. Earlier I was having a Sultana Solero, a New England IPA. Don't really recommend it all that much, but
where's that one from?
I don't. GLB. Everything I have is from
GLB.
GLB. I don't really recommend that one that much, but then again, I don't really recommend New England IPAs or hazes all that much.
I'd try it once.
I've had it a few times. I mean, it's not bad for the style. It's just not a style I'm every time I drink a New England IPA, I'm like, would have rather just drink a West Coast. Luckily, I am drinking a West Coast. It's a Karma Citra, and it's a pretty solid beer overall. I don't like it as much as Octopus, but it's good to have every now and then. I wish they would bring back My Bitter Wife. That used to be my favorite IPA. They haven't released that beer in like 5-6 years, and it was a good beer.
My Bitter Wife.
Yeah. Plus, it reminds me of Agnes. She's always bitter at me for some reason.
Not Agnes.
Probably because you keep going for her butthole.
Jesus, Nick. That is very rude.
And accurate.
Rude, still.
Hi, honey.
Sorry, hi. Can I get rid of the box from the sprinkler out front? Or this
Yes.
one?
Yeah, if we're not going to return, Nick says yes. If we're not going to return it, then I don't see why we need to keep it.
I love how she said Nick says yes, she leaves. Okay, that's good.
Enough for me.
She respects
Not
Nick's
going to
authority.
return it.
Scott, it's not too late. We should get you a plane ticket. You should come to South Carolina with us.
What is that?
I don't know, just hang out with me, Marson, my sister-in-law. It'll be a good time.
Well, I'm off next week.
Well, how convenient.
I actually am off next week.
You should just
So
get
you're
you
getting
should
drunk every night.
you should just get freaking Justin to fly you and Nick there.
Long way for Justin to go.
I feel he's willing. Listen, he needs to get his hours for his various pilot's licenses. So he needs that time anyway.
I don't even know
You're
if he's
you're
got
doing
enough
him a
room in his
favor.
plane. I don't even know if he's got enough room in his plane.
For 2 people.
Yeah,
I'm sure he has enough room for Nick and Scott.
We'll strap Nick to the
and not
the wing.
Justin.
That's right. Justin's like, I'll take the next one.
I
I am doing some things
imagine
around the house. Yeah.
in an
Go ahead.
emergency situation, I could imagine Nick would be good at flying a plane. I feel he's played enough flight simulator games.
Has he though? Like, I'm not sure if X-Wing counts.
No, but how about TIE Fighter?
Did you play TIE Fighter, Nick, when you were young?
No, I played it. I didn't play much of it. I think the problem I had was one of the discs didn't work, so I got it used. So
And
I
and
think
the
I
problem,
installed
and
once.
the problem Nick has is he has weak wrists.
Oh,
The problem I have is ADHD, and I don't keep at playing certain games for too long.
I'm still sticking to my weak wrists.
TIE Fighter was great back in the day. I probably went through that game entirely, like probably 15 times. I love that game. X-Wing never grew on me. I only beat that game once or twice, but TIE Fighter I just couldn't get enough of. I like being the evil guy apparently.
Thrawn.
Thrawn was
I like. I think I do remember like seeing some blue guy in it. If I didn't know what it was at the time.
I
haven't seen the last episode yet.
Don't know spoilers then, because
No, we're talking about a game that came out in 1992. There's literally no spoilers. Also, even if there were spoilers, it doesn't count anymore because Disney made it all not count.
Well, they kind of went back and they've taken elements of a lot of the fan fiction and legends material and made them part of canon. They're adding them into canon in their own way, but it's like characters and stuff from that time frame.
They haven't announced it yet, but they're making either a movie or a trilogy of Heir to the Empire. They're gonna, of course, Disney-fy it. It's probably gonna have the Mandalorian in it and fucking CG Luke Skywalker and Ahsoka and all that bullshit. But they're totally doing it. It's probably gonna follow kind of the story, but just not quite. And also,
Heir to the Empire was the series we wanted, the movie series we wanted, instead of the movies we got.
You're gonna get it. I pretty much guarantee you're gonna get it. I mean, the big difference will be is that you're not really gonna have. I'm sure they'll probably have Luke Skywalker and Leia and Han Solo in it, but they'll either recast them or they'll probably not be in it very much, and they'll just CG them or something.
Oh, you got the other Jamie C in the chats. Jamie C saying cheerses.
I would argue he's
Cheers,
the only
buddy.
Jamie right now since we haven't seen regular Jamie. So Jimmy C is the
cool
regular Jamie. He's apparently the better friend, Jamie.
That's right. Better friend Jamie.
Better friend Jamie. I'm glad we don't have another guy named Scott.
Wow. We've got all the Scott we can handle.
That's true.
Top 3.
What else are we talking about? You want me to whip out Canadian beer news?
I want you to whip something out, Nick.
Jesus.
Go Ziwa!
It'd be spoilers for Ahsoka, though.
I want you to make 5 million Asian people from Tokyo run away.
Oh, Gojira.
Yeah, let's do the Ahsoka spoiler cast.
Jimmy is the only one worthy of the name. So did you watch the most recent Ahsoka, Greg?
I've watched it, but I won't discuss it if others.
Yeah,
than
no,
that.
me neither. I watched it tonight. And I'm not going to talk about it, and I don't even think Scott's even watched any of the series.
Of what?
I will say it was a pretty good episode. So,
Of what?
Ahsoka. I don't even know if you watched any of the anything after the first season of Mandalorian.
I've watched all 3 Mandalorian seasons.
Nice. Okay. Did you watch Andor?
No.
Watch it. Really? Holy fuck! Andor was really good.
I did not care for Andor at all, but I
Really?
do want to rewatch it because I watched it week to week when it first came out, and I did not like that series at all. I just found it boring as fuck. But
Really?
I will rewatch it to see how it is because I feel it might be better if I watch it actually in a binge watch fashion. But neither Agnes and I are usually pretty in sync on Star Wars shows. She didn't like Andor all that much either. We both, without any spoilers, we both didn't really care for the ending of Ahsoka, but is what it is. So
I kind of figured. I'm not spoiling it. So
I liked Andor, but that's because I'm not racist.
there you
Yeah.
go.
Greg hates blue people.
That's blue people. Are there blue people in Andor?
Not in Andor. I was talking about Ahsoka, but
Oh yeah, no, that's not true. I like Thrawn. I think he's a good character. I feel the biggest problem with Thrawn is if you haven't watched all the cartoons, you kind of are like, who is this guy and why is he important? What's he doing? Like, I mean, basically Ahsoka is like, hey, have you seen Rebels seasons 1 to 4? Well, if you haven't, too fucking bad because we're not explaining it to you.
pretty much.
So they said, like,
you better
Thrawn-
watch Rebels.
It's like Thrawn after COVID.
Admittedly,
I haven't seen any of the Rebels ones either.
Admittedly, Thrawn did get a little chubby after COVID.
He does
Yes,
look
he did.
like he knows like 11 herbs. And
He's really chubbed up, and he's also very isolated. He's been wearing a mask. I don't know.
Yeah. But no, I mean, listen, you know what? I like the universe they're creating. I mean, very clearly, you know, Dave Filoni and who's the other guy who was from Marvel? I can't think of his name off the top of my head. He was in
Jon Favreau.
Favreau. Yeah, very clearly they're kind of, you know, being given the reins to kind of create their own universe, and you know they're going to lead into their own probably trilogy of movies that'll probably be involving Thrawn and stuff. And listen, I think for the most part it's really good. I still think Mandalorian season 2 is still the one to beat especially in terms of an overall ending and a package, because season 3 I wasn't as enthused with. Boba Fett, same thing. I liked it, but it was kind of like it was fine, but it was like I didn't feel like. Yeah, I guess
I thought I liked some story elements out of Mandalorian season 3, but the writing of the episodes themselves was kind of boring. Like it was.
Well, I mean, you know what? I liked everything. I basically liked everything that they've done. I basically liked everything they've done with Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Ahsoka. I basically liked it all overall. But yeah, I have a lot of problems with it. But I just feel Mandalorian season 2 was the one that was most consistent with the most interesting episodes. And then, of course, the ending that made everyone fucking cry. But, I mean, they can only really pull that off once. And then it's like, okay, well, now we know you can just CG whoever the fuck you want. They CG'd, this isn't a spoiler because it's last week's episode. They CG'd C-3PO in there. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Or maybe they got Anthony Daniels. I don't know. I don't know if he was actually.
It was CG, but it was Anthony Daniels doing the motion capture.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, it actually was Anthony Daniels. But it was like Anthony Daniels has always been adamant about putting on the suit and doing the walk. Doing the, like.
Man, I know too. Did people cry just how bad this CG was in this?
In what?
So people cried at the end of Mandalorian 2.
Oh, yeah.
How bad the CG was.
And didn't they redo it? Like some guy did it better, so they hired them.
He got hired.
And then redid it.
Skywalker for the season after that.
Well, the good thing with shit like that is like they can
episode.
always improve. They can always improve the CG as technology improves. Like, I thought the CG was fine. It always like when you see somebody's face, you always get into the uncanny valley territory. But you know what? It was fine for what it was, and they can always improve it down the road.
I would say the CG was better in Mandalorian season 2 than it was in Rogue One when they had Princess Leia and Grand Moff Tarkin. But at that point, it was like the first time they actually tried to do it to that extent.
I think they were fine. I think he's just an angry French guy. I think they were fine when they came out. I think now you look back and yeah, they don't hold up as well, but I thought they were fine for what they were. And again, they'll probably redo them at some point. Just like how many times did they redo the CG of Jabba the Hutt getting his tail stepped on in New Hope Special Edition, and it still doesn't look great, but it's slowly but surely looks better.
But that's how the guy got hired. He's like, look, this looks like South Park. I fixed it. Then they hired him.
Yeah. And listen, they should hire people like that. Why not?
Yeah, it's not like these Star Wars series that they do. I mean, there's lots of like makeup artists and CGs added, but it's not like it's the highest budget of all Star Wars stuff. Like before they did Mandalorian, it wasn't even known that like this was even going to work because it's not like there was like Rise of Skywalker was critically acclaimed or anything.
Oh, you mean the masterpiece, Rise of Skywalker, part of the masterpiece sequel trilogy? I love anyone that says that gives shit to the prequel trilogy. Admittedly, it's not the best, but it's just like the prequel trilogy is so much better than the sequel trilogy. It's ridiculous.
I know.
So
took the sequel trilogy to tell us that.
one of my favorite movies is the Clone Wars one, and everyone shits on it. They're like, "Oh, that's the worst one." I'm like, "No, I actually like the story. It's an interesting story. It's something that you think about."
Didn't they take that movie and break it up into episodes for the Clone Wars?
I think they may have televised it in episodes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I seem to remember the storyline from the movie itself being played out in the. Well,
basically the big thing from that movie was Ahsoka's sort of debut type thing.
Yeah.
And the thing about Clone Wars is a really good show, but I like to liken it to Smallville because I used to like Smallville back in the day. It's a good show if you take the good episodes from every season and just watch those and get rid of all the filler episodes. Like I would feel, and I'm sure there must be lists for this. Like if you just take Clone Wars of, whatever it's got, like fucking like what, 300 episodes, 400 episodes, something like that. Probably not that many, but I'm sure you could probably just, knock it down to like, the 50 must-see episodes. And that would probably, be an awesome story. I mean, if you watch the last 4 episodes, the very last 4, like the ones they just brought out like 2 years ago, the last 4 episodes, they take place during Revenge of the Sith. And it's basically like the
Ahsoka story arc post Mandalore.
Well, no, it's the Ahsoka storyline that's happening at the exact same time that Anakin is murdering.
Yeah, after she captures Maul on Mandalore. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I mean that freaking, if you watch that, and I did watch it back to back to back. That's basically like a freaking amazing Star Wars movie. And then like at the end, spoilers if you haven't seen it, but it's a few years old, so I don't give a shit. At the end, basically when Vader kind of comes down, he sort of knows she's still alive, even though like she seems like she may have died. And he just kind of walks away in the snow. I'm like, oh, that's fucking badass. You know those two are gonna meet again through the extended universe. And I love all this shit. It's just like, yeah, we're bringing Anakin back to train Ahsoka some more. Why the fuck not? Just
because there's actually like some fights between Ahsoka and Darth Vader in Rebels.
Yeah, and that was pretty cool. I mean, I was disappointed that Rebels decided to do the whole time traveling thing. I'm just like, Star Wars has avoided time traveling for the most part. Yeah. Don't bring that in because that just starts to become stupid now.
That's kind of weird.
They don't need it.
They're gonna fucking have a way to freaking bring Darth Vader back because he's gonna time travel, and then it'll be like Darth Vader will be good or something, and then it'll be like an evil Obi-Wan or some stupid shit like that. And
Are you equating that to the Star Trek Mirror Universe?
I don't. To be honest, I don't follow Star Trek closely enough to know stuff like that. I'm a casual Star Trek fan at best.
Star Trek had a Mirror Universe gimmick where the good guys were bad and the bad guys were good.
Oh, wasn't there an episode of
all kind of mustache on?
Oh, I was gonna say, wasn't there an episode on? I think it was Enterprise where they did like a alternate future where they killed like they killed what was it, Spock's race, the Vulcans, and then they became like evil or something.
That's the same alternate universe.
Oh.
There's in Star Trek they have an alternate universe kind of the TNG, not the TSO, the original series had alternate universe, and then the TNG played off that, then DS9 played off that, and then Voyager played off that, and then they all exist in the same universe. The alternate universe all exists in the same universe.
Oh, okay. That's actually kind of cool.
Like a storyline within a storyline.
I hope they give Captain Janeway an evil mustache.
I don't think there was an evil Janeway.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I'm trying to think. They had it was evil Chakotay, but not an evil Janeway.
There we go.
Nerdiness out of me for a little while now.
Listen, all I know is I liked the end of Picard, where they basically just stroked your nerd boner the entire time, and then gave you all the nerd cum you wanted.
Did you watch the last season of Picard yet, Scott?
I have not watched any Picard yet.
Oh, dude.
Just watch the last season. You don't even have to watch the whole last season. Just watch like the second half of the last season.
Oh man, I wouldn't even worry about watching the first two seasons. Just go watch 3. It's like the first 2 seasons are just like a disappointing tease, but the third season is like a slow jerk till the end of anyway.
Plus 709 is now a lesbian with a black chick, so I mean that's hot right there.
There you go.
And
there's 6 of 9ing, right?
Yeah, there's.
Resistance is definitely futile. Like, oh my god, just watch season 3 already.
I feel at this point, he just wants to give Nick blue balls.
I'm
Speaking
busy.
Balls,
Yeah,
No,
I'm really busy living life, Nick.
Yeah,
What?
And then I can't go over and visit.
You can always come and visit. I'll
I
stop
don't know
you.
when you're home.
just go onto Scott's porch, and his camera will detect you as a package.
Did you say Scotch porch?
Oh yeah, go on Scotch's porch. You'll have a good time.
Oh shit!
You're connected.
Racism.
Oh, jeez, very racist. Ah, I hope we can be friends. I'm only somewhat racist.
Anyway,
It's a Mercer.
Just don't say the Nick word while we're online.
a wild Marson has appeared.
There we go. Now I'm business.
Oh, there we go. How's the weather up
What's
there,
up,
Marson?
gentlemen?
How's the weather up there? Are you tasting all the beer to make sure it's good for me?
Oh, weather's great. Still nice and warm.
Make sure you drink before you get there.
I'm trying to convince my wife that because you told us there's no mosquitoes up there. My wife is still buying every mosquito patch and repellent she possibly can.
She's crazy, just like her sister. So.
Wow.
Oh.
I think Greg has his headset on.
I do, but
All right, moving on to a Trailway Fist beer.
oh, you're good at fisting, Nick.
Fist beer. Up there, isn't the state south of Greg? Well, Marston's like, was it South Carolina or North Carolina?
South.
Either way, Dan would be correct. Yeah, he is down there, but Marston's kind of
he's
giving
in
us.
one of them states that has the Confederate battle flag for a state flag.
Well, not
to be
quite
fair-
for a state flag, but they're everywhere here. Yeah, for sure.
To be fair, Marston was giving us kind of the POV blowjob shot, so it kind of looked like he was up there and that we were down there. Even now, it kind of looks like we're servicing him.
Explains the heavy breathing. So, Marston, what you drinking? You drinking anything interesting?
Yeah, that's my usual kind of go-to for this last summer was the Damn Yankee New England style IPA.
There
Nice.
we go. I just had a New England style IPA. I didn't care for it that much since I don't care for the New England race all that much.
Well, you killed that conversation.
No, I'm sorry for that. Jesus.
All right. Dan says, I mean, it could be up there. If you travel north, you'll eventually get there, unless you feel the earth is flat. I'm pretty sure. I know that Marston's more of a Trump supporter, but I don't think he's that kind of Trump supporter.
No, definitely not. I'm still. I just think if people are stupid, or dumb or whatever, they can be on both sides, right? So.
Did you buy his new T-shirt?
Nope, I don't buy anything. I don't support politicians like that.
Okay.
There you go.
Although that shirt that Greg's got, I gave it to him, but I didn't pay for it. I got it too. So.
Somebody gave it to you. So that's where that came from.
Yep.
And apologies, I didn't mean to accuse you of being a Trump supporter. Actually, I think I remember you telling me the story about it. But yeah, it's pretty much a circus show right now.
It is. It's crazy. Now they're talking about him being a speaker of the House. It's like.
Oh, fuck off. Does he want to be speaker? Does he have to be elected?
No, you don't. Anybody can be elected into that position, or nominated. Sorry.
Yeah, Canadian Speaker of the House, the elected speaker has to be a member of the party.
No.
Not down there. Okay.
Nope.
I like it.
Somebody say they're gonna nominate him. So I mean, and if they nominate him, then weird things can happen.
Yeah.
We'll see. Well, you know what? Listen, I just say we sit back and just watch the shit show happen.
This whole political system down here and a bunch of other countries, they just needs to be reset, I think. But
well, it's problematic because nothing gets done. I mean, whoever your president is, whether you like him or not, the other party tends to just block whatever they're doing. So therefore, you get 8 years of nothing getting done, then 4 years of nothing getting done, then another 4 years of nothing getting done.
It's just a back and forth bickering.
System needs a reset, but when they do a reset, like whose side's right, whose side dictates the future, and that's where the whole thing's deadlocked, is people arguing each other and not listening to each other.
Yeah, I mean, just like us. I mean,
bipartisanship.
Just like us here, we I'm sure we don't agree on a bunch of things, you know.
No, and we don't have to agree.
Yeah.
We just lose somebody. No, we lost Lee.
Yeah, he didn't like politics.
Probably not.
Well, that got awkward.
Well, that got awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Marcel, did you extend your deck this year, or is that something you plan to do next year?
I was gonna extend my deck, but then Anna did this like.
Did you
I don't
trim
know.
the hedges back?
Yeah, kind of.
Trim the hedges back to make your deck look bigger?
Well, I ain't got to do that. It's
Shave
there.
back your deck?
He accepts his deck for the size it is. And, there's plenty of room for me and him to sit on his deck.
Oh, it is. Yeah, there's plenty of people. Everybody can have
Also,
fun
my
on
wife
it.
will also enjoy sitting on his deck. What's up?
Are we returning these? It's still eligible.
I don't know. Do we need them? Okay, let's talk about it tomorrow. It's like $10, so who cares if we don't return it?
All of a sudden, Greg says $10 is nothing.
Nothing. I'm sorry. If it was $12, we'd talk about it. But well, no, they're like these easy connect hose. They're like these easy connect hose things. I'm like, I don't know. Like we have an extra 4 that we don't need, but we'll tend to lose the old ones. So maybe. But what do I know? Marson, we're excited to go to Michigan. How exciting. We're going to go see your old house.
Where are you guys going?
Sorry, did you say where or when?
When, yeah.
Well, the plan is to leave Sunday, but I'm still trying to pin down my my handyman to come and help me close the pool since I've never done it before. I want to learn how to do it. I'm hoping he can come by in the next like Friday or Saturday. I'm hoping he doesn't not come by Sunday, because then it'll be like, if he comes by Sunday, it'll be like, well, now our plan to leave Sunday morning. But anyway, our plan is to go Sunday at some point, sleep over at my cousin's place, and then Agnes will do her shopping all day on Monday, and then we'll head to the airport around 7 o'clock, and we'll be there at like midnight for us to have a beer.
Yeah, I'll be sleeping, so no thanks.
Aren't you supposed to be picking me up?
No, Anna is.
Oh, the wife's picking us. Fine, we'll have a beer with your wife, and you can go
Dude,
to
I get up to work at 2 in the morning.
Oh, you're working the next day? What the hell?
Yeah. Somebody's got to pay for everything.
That's not cool. That's fine. But I'm gonna bring since it'll just be since your wife will be there. We'll bring Scott as well, so she has somebody to hang out with.
Yeah, I see he's excited.
She loves me.
Probably loves you more than me.
Everyone loves Scott.
Mattresses or one?
I'm sorry, honey.
Ask if we're gonna have 2 mattresses or one.
My wife wants to. Are you mattresses? You mean like, are we gonna have like 2 beds or 1 bed? What's the sleeping situation? My wife wants to know if I have to sleep with her or not.
Yeah, you do have to sleep with her, but then you don't have to. We can put you on a mattress.
Well, is it a bed or a mattress?
It's a bed.
It's a bed, and we have to sleep together. Unless they can stick me on a mattress or something, but she's not too happy about that.
Yeah, well, she'll get over it.
It's fine.
I mean, wouldn't you be unhappy you had to sleep with Greg?
Hey, listen, worst case, I'll just sleep by myself. Agnes can just sleep with you and Anna, and whatever happens, happens.
Nothing's gonna happen.
You're probably 100% correct on that, but
So what? No beer review today? What's going on? Somebody slacking?
we should have done Scott beers, but we didn't. Apparently, we didn't know it was Scott's birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank
If only
you.
there was somebody that could have told us that it was Scott's birthday.
I did. I told you it was my birthday.
Yeah, Nick.
Huh?
Huh?
Sorry, I was looking at something in the browser.
Hey, Nick. When's Allison's birthday?
26th September.
Rest my case.
I know when your birthday is tomorrow.
I even know that. Even Marson probably knows that at this point.
Yeah, because we were talking about it since the start of the episode.
What happened to Lee with Lee and Guy? Is everyone that rhymes with E just leave?
I guess when we started talking about politics, and people took off.
I feel that we were talking very lightly about politics. I don't feel there was any major discussion going on there.
Yeah, it's a touchy subject with a lot of people, eh? Especially if you don't take their opinion, or don't share their opinion, I should say.
It's one thing to say like what opinion you have. It's another thing to like force it down people's throat and keep talking about it. Oh, you don't like that? Well, why not? Well, maybe if we wanted to have that conversation, we could. But
yeah, it's on both sides like that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Listen, I just say a lot of things are not worth talking about. Like, even when we have family gatherings, I know there's a lot of people that have in our family that are very hardcore vegans. And if you start talking to them about that, they'll tell you all their studies and all this. Like, my uncle was trying to convince me how nobody who's vegan ever got COVID, blah, blah, blah. And there's other people that don't believe in COVID and blah. I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. Believe what you want. I don't give a fuck at this point. Just have a good time. We're fine.
And I love to start conversations like that because I just love the mayhem.
You like to cause trouble.
Especially in a family environment, it's man, it can get funny as hell.
I always thought that that gif you posted when Obama left office of Jazz getting kicked out of the Bel Air household.
Oh, that was hilarious. Yeah.
And then your sister got super pissed off at you. That was
Oh yeah. Well, she's always pissed at me. So
I was gonna say, do you guys still chat or?
yeah, we talk here and there, but yeah, she thinks I'm a because I supported Trump and this and that, and she thinks I lynch black people because she married one. So
Because she made
but whatever.
one.
She married one. She's married to a black guy.
And your two nephews are black. Well, half black.
Yeah, well, a mulatto, yeah. So,
Right.
but I could care less if they're green or blue or whatever. But it's one of those that she believes it more. Or same thing with him. I mean, they're dead set on that I'm racist and I just don't like him and hate because of their,
That's like what Nick keeps saying about me. But meanwhile, I would love it for Nick to bang a black chick. Or an Asian chick, or a brown chick, or a white chick, or Scott, like anyone. I'd just be very happy for Nick.
Nick has to bang someone, right? Is that what you're saying?
I just want his semen to travel into another body.
It has before.
Well, I know it has before. I know you're not a virgin, but I just want it to happen again. I have a whole warehouse full of T-shirts. God damn it!
All I can say to that is nuts.
Like a virgin. Hey!
Literally nuts to that.
Touched for the very first time.
Yeah, like my brother-in-law. I mean, when he heard we're moving down to South Carolina, it's getting to the deep South, as they call it. He says he'll never visit me because he says he still thinks they lynch and hang black people on trees here. So.
Well, I will say
that's the kind of mentality I'm dealing with.
Well, to be fair, when we were talking to your wife, and this is your wife telling us this, she was very surprised when she moved to the South how often they use the N-word compared to Michigan.
Yeah, they do.
Cold pizza.
Yeah, they are still definitely behind a little bit over here.
Well,
heritage, not hate. I guess
is what it is. I guess
Yeah. But what I noticed is I haven't seen this up north as much as I do see here. Interracial relationships. So black guy with white chick or vice versa. You see it all the time everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You didn't see that much in Detroit.
I was gonna say I thought like when we went to visit Anna back in the day when she was giving birth, I think it was to Emil. So this is a long time ago. The entire maternity ward was basically like interracial couples. It was a black guy with usually a larger white girl.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see that, but you do see it here. Yeah, I don't know. I see white people hanging out with black people here all the time and then everywhere. I mean,
that's how it should be. You know what?
Yeah.
Just be friends, be friends, bang whoever you want to bang. Like, who cares?
You bang the sexy people, right, Greg?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Bang the sexy ones.
If you find somebody sexy, have sex with them. I mean, consensually, of course, but
of course, no rapey.
Yeah, ignorant people are always going to be around. I don't think we'll ever get rid of those idiots.
Speaking of which, hey Paul, what conversation did I just step into? He says.
Hey, next week if we're not doing anything, we're going to celebrate Scott's birthday live from the South.
Yeah, with a Confederate flag and Trump 2024 and everything.
Shit!
We're gonna stop at the store, by the way. I'll show you a store, Greg. You're gonna love it since you're just a little bit racist.
Just a little bit.
No.
Well, I mean, like I remember even in Michigan, and I mean Michigan is I think it's at this point a blue state.
It is.
Went to duty free in Michigan. They had like all these Donald Trump like standees there, and I forget where they're selling like Donald Trump chocolate or something like that.
Jesus.
It's like, oh, okay.
You want some Trump chocolate, Scott?
Yep. I want some Trump steaks too.
Yeah, didn't like all
Trump
that he
steaks.
had the Trump steaks, the Trump suits, the Trump whatever. Didn't they all like go bankrupt or something?
Yeah,
I think so.
Trump, along with Trump University.
Yeah, that too, which he had to pay a huge fine for.
Honey, why are you watching?
And Greg just disappeared.
Probably getting out a slice of pizza.
Apparently, all the pizza's gone.
Oh, wow. That was very considerate of him. Greg should have left some pizza for her. I love it. He talks about how he only eats outside every once in a while, and yet he's orders pizza they ordered in.
I'm gonna take off for a little bit, but if you guys are still on later, I'll come back.
I'm gonna have to go walk the dogs in a moment. But no, it's no, Nick. See, that's the funny part is it wasn't takeout. We just made frozen pizza that was in our freezer.
Ah, there you go.
It's not takeout. It's DiGiorno or whatever you get in Canada.
I think it was fucking like Mama's Pizza or some shit like that.
Okay. We did have Delicio, I think, was they used the same taglines as DiGiorno.
You want
now? I think that's been phased out. I think because Nestle pulled out of Canada or some shit. And now it's all like Dr. Oetker's Giuseppe pizzas or something for Canadian pizzas.
Oh, Arnold got some crust. Now he came out to have some more. He's like, "Do you have any more food for me?"
Yeah, I was never a fan of that frozen pizza. I tried quite a few of them.
I like the Giuseppe ones that we get here, but yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm like a. Depends on the pizza. Some of them you can cook up pretty well.
Yeah,
like the Casa de Mama or some pizzas. This is probably what Greg's having.
At the same time, it's like.
Yeah, so this is what counts as quality Beertube content these days. Talks trying to get a conversation together about
the guys in a bathroom.
End up talking about politics and Star Wars and shit until people leave.
That's great. Phenomenal.
Well, if anybody's watching the comments, don't be afraid to comment.
No, I just finished something, so now I'm gonna
Ultimate combo racist killer instinct.
That's fine.
Hi, Greg.
Hi, Nick. How are you?
Not too bad. What do you got going on? Anything new?
Holy shit. I found a mosquito.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. Don't tell Agnes whatever you do.
She's worried we're getting the Zika virus or some shit.
Oh,
Probably, yeah.
She's just worried about being bitten by mosquitoes in general.
Don't want to come out here then. Actually, I think you're pretty much all dead now.
Well, I don't notice there being too many, but
It's gotta be that season's getting kind of cold at night, ain't it?
Here it's getting cold overnight.
No, not here. It's been fucking hot here. Like it's like 20 degrees right now.
Yeah, you guys had the heat wave that went up there for a couple of days, but that's gonna end soon, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're pretty close to.
We're getting cold weather when we come visit you guys. Like I think it's gonna be down to like 8 degrees or something. But I guess we'll still be warm, and then we'll come back and we'll be less warm.
Yeah, I wish I could show you the picture when I bought my Christmas tree last year here.
I
Was
remember that picture.
I literally was in my flip flops and t-shirt and shorts holding a Christmas tree at Home Depot. So I think it was like I don't know what it was like 80 some degrees in Fahrenheit, but whatever that translates to Celsius.
Yeah, personally, I can't wait until it fucking get a little colder than it is now. To me, it's just too hot for October right now. But
I don't know. Not me. I don't like it anymore. I get cold, I'm cranky.
you just need some warm jackets.
Yeah, I'm not like you buying the whole store.
Yeah, well, it's just, yeah, well, I mean, but now I'm ready for every 3 degree increment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when I bought a new mattress today too.
Oh, look at you!
Yeah, we upgraded to a king, so now I won't be touching my wife, so she's happy.
Oh, good. Well, your penis can still reach, can't it?
Mm. Should.
I'm actually amazed you guys did, because well, like me and my wife had queens each, but like we didn't sleep together. But then we both upgraded to kings, and we still don't sleep together. But
No, I think we're at that stage where we need a little bit more room.
yeah, don't worry, Marson. I won't tell your wife that you say she's getting bigger.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go. I gotta go walk the dogs. I'm getting the stink eye from the wife. I will
All right.
be back, and if you guys don't kill each other, I'll be back in 15 minutes.
No, it looked like Nick was sleeping already anyhow. So.
I'm gonna have paying attention.
Nick is getting tired of your bullshit, or my bullshit, or all of our bullshit. Anyway, I will be back, but just give me like 15 minutes.
Peace out.
So it's just me and you, Emerson, for
Yes,
a bit.
sir.
What can we talk about?
I don't know. I'm not into Star Wars. Don't even start that shit.
It's all right. There's got to be something you're into, though.
Yeah.
Like, what are you into? I mean, we hardly talk to you. Just you and me talk.
Yeah. I like cars, I guess, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a geek like Greg. I don't, My kids are, especially the young one. Whenever Greg comes over, they always talk about Star Wars and bullshit like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I mean, I love Star Wars, but there's so much of it these days.
Yeah, I did watch it. I just, I don't know. I just never caught on with that stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot now. It's a lot to take in. It's no longer just 3 movies to watch.
Yeah, then the newest ones, whatever you call it, I haven't seen those yet either. So saw the old stuff, but not this stuff.
Like,
and then apparently they're supposed to be in some kind of order. You gotta watch them, and it's just like blow my mind. It's like, whoa, that's too much.
Oh yeah. Well, that's open for interpretation. It's just like any movie series. You should watch 1, 2, and 3, and then I don't know. It's open totally for open. You can watch them like the ones that came out in the 70s and 80s, and watch the ones that came out in the 2000s. Then go back and then watch and then just don't bother watching the last 3 because they suck. Jamie's in the chat, or the Oblino Reno is in the chat saying first hi, and then saying what's everyone drinking tonight? I am drinking a Trailway Fest beer, Oktoberfest style lager, and I think you, Marcin, had said,
yeah, it's a damn Yankee.
What's the brewery that makes that again?
Southern Barrel, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's Southern Barrel. It's over there by Hilton Head. It's on the coast of South Carolina. There on the water,
Nice.
on the big water. Yeah, this one's I do like it. I when we were on vacation there, I tried it and kind of stuck with me. 6%, nice flavors. I do like it. Not everybody carries it here up in the upstate where I'm at, so it's only one store that has it. So, and I gotta travel to 30 minutes to the bigger city to get it. But
Nice. Reno says having a tart ale from Sea Change, 4%, pretty good. I saw that in the chat there, Jamie.
so
Pink
a
lemonade sour.
tart. So that would be like on the sour flavors somehow on that scope of beers, right?
Yeah, it's like that. That's
Okay.
the picture Jamie posted.
Mm.
Pink Sales Tart Pink Lemonade Ale from Sea Change Brewing, and I'm assuming Alberta somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a brewery down in town here, actually, just 10 minutes away, not even. And that guy, he loves his sours, man, because his board, and 80% of the board is sours. And I'm not a sours fan, guys, but he's got some that I'll drink one pint, but and it's good, but one pint at a time. But yeah, he loves his sours, man. Winter, summer, it don't matter.
Yeah, like sours is a style that I don't mind some of them, but I know a lot of people that just fucking adore them, and me, I'm like, I get heartburn off anything that's too acidic, so I don't drink a whole lot of sours, and I find it hit or miss whether it's a sour I like. And another thing is, Paul in the chat just said I'm over sours and Haysboro IPAs, and I get it. Like there's hop burnout. There's like from way too many hazy IPAs in the market. In sours, I feel the same way about sours that Lee feels about like the bald guy is usually in here feels about about hazy IPAs. It's the whole. There's so many of them. Yeah, okay, some of them are interesting. I don't buy sours on a regular basis unless it's like something interesting, like Trailway just released the cherry raspberry or something, or was it cherry blackberry version of their smoothie sour? So it was like puree in the beer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, New England is my to go, but it's just a straight IPA. I'm a huge fan too. As long as it's made, nice, it's got the good kick and hops and everything. Because I'll drink that every day, all day if I can. But then when in colder weather, like I hate. I'm not Oktoberfest beer kind of guy. I don't like them. My wife loves them, but I don't. I'm not a fan. But stouts, good stouts. Yeah, that's my kind of almost weather for them right now. It's coming.
Yeah, like I just had a Moosehead Sweet Stout there last weekend. They just released Moosehead Small Batch Brewery. This is like a smaller operation they have tacked on the side of the regular brewery. They'll make like one-offs and certain low production volume styles, and they just produced a sweet stout or just like a milk stout basically. And I had it last weekend. It was pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Like it was both roasty and a little on the sweet side, so
Nice.
it's pretty good combination.
Yeah, I've tried to drink stouts like in summer, and they just that's not the time for it.
In the summer in the summertime I find I'm gravitating like to nice like light session IPAs or lagers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lena Reno says they call it pink lemonade ale, and this is just like lemonade, bit tart, like a lemonade. Hate sours, and really like this. Yeah, I feel like it once it's sour and starts to taste like actual juice, then that's perfectly fine. He also says very light, refreshing drink. PA Brewing says big double IPAs and Imperial West Coast ales are still good for me. Lena Reno says a nice Pine Bomb IPA still slaps. That's it. I mean, there's I still like hazies to the point where I'll buy them, but they're just like buying water to me now. I mean, they're nothing as interesting as they used to be. I still find myself gravitating towards wanting like a good, solid West Coast IPA or a big Pine Bomb or an old school East Coast. That's
Yeah, but if you oversaturate the market with it, then that's what happens, right? So I mean, it's
yeah.
just
Well, yeah, like New England style IPAs became so popular
yeah,
that every
yep.
fucking dude bro, Hayes bro, mom wanted to have a 50 million cans of it. So everybody
Yeah, I
was
mean
making them for a while.
that brewery we went to tonight before I came on, it was I think they had 12 beers on tap, and 4 of them were all hazy in different kind of forms, you know.
Hmm.
So they were good. It's just, but I'm, I like them. So, but
Yeah, but the only thing different about them so much is how the level at which they dry hop them or what hops they used.
yeah,
Is it dry hop, double dry hop? Is using like Eldorado, Equinox, Idaho 7, Cascades, Simcoe, Citra, all that bullshit. Which I mean, I like the differences between hops. It's just it starts to become a lot after a while, especially when they're dry hopping to the point where it's all starting to taste vegetal and oniony. Which at the same time, when it was a new thing I liked, but now it's just like they can double dry hop a beer so much that it starts to taste kind of like ass.
hmm yeah,
But it's kind of refreshing sometimes to go and buy a double double IPA or an IPA, and it's this big dirty pine bomb. I love getting an old school IPA because it just
oh yeah,
takes me right back to the early 2010s.
yeah, for sure.
PA Brew says the worst part of New England IPAs is that most breweries are not brewing to a style; they're just using the tag to sell their subpar East Coast IPA. Oh yeah, like all those IPA, New England style IPAs. They're just shit IPAs, but they're just slapping the name on to sell. You pour some of them out, they're not even fucking hazy.
Yeah, definitely had a couple of those, and it was like, did you guys fuck up or what's going on here, right? I mean,
Stop making hazies and start making more black IPAs and West Coast IPAs. Less black IPAs, and no, I'm not racist, and West Coast IPAs. Like West Coast IPAs for sure. Like absolutely. Like if I'm thinking of that kind of beer, I've got one kind of sitting like that sitting next to me. Bone Chica. Fully Greg were here. Lino Reno, 90% or more of hazies are terrible. It's funny that it just took Greg to leave before we actually started talking about beer.
yeah. No, it's like the Cunahan Drippa. That's one of my favorites beers. And then you got what they made out of that Drippa. So they would brew Drippa and then take the same barley, whatever they did. I think it's a rice IPA, but whatever they did, then they fermented it again and made a fluffer. So it was like I think Drippa's like 10% or 9, something like that.
Fluffer.
And the fluffer came out at 4.5%. You would get a lot of that Drippa flavor in it, but without the kick. They said it's 4.5%, but I never believed them because that fucking beer is still kicked. So it was, they did something good with 2 of those beers, the Drippa, and then they had like the double Drippa that was like, I couldn't drink that fucking thing. It was almost too much,
I don't know how long you've been drinking craft beer, but do you remember the days when it was all about who could brew a beer with the most IBUs? Do you remember the bitterness
No,
wars?
I'm a fairly novice.
Okay. I don't think Greg remembers this anymore. Maybe Jamie does. And Bleederino says, and this is Jamie in the chat saying, "It took me steering a conversation. You're welcome, Nick." Thanks, Jamie. Bad from Jamie for not being in the chat instead of having to be in the peanut gallery. But yeah, like I forget what the names of the beers were, but back in like 2011, 2012, maybe 2010, 2011, 2012 in that area, there was like a number of breweries going after the crown of trying to make the most bitter beer possible. Like it was like a time of unbalanced, like super mouth puckering, like kick to the face bitter IPAs. Like Flying Monkeys had one called Super Collider. Yeah,
those days,
like there you go.
Yeah, those days would be. I'll be like, yeah, no, thank you. That's not beer. That's something else. I was probably still. I was still probably. Yeah, I was probably still stuck on Blue. Labatt Blue and Corona and stuff back then. So.
Well, whatever. You're drinking the serviceable shit just because you need to get drunk. Speaking of people needing to get drunk, hi, Greg.
Oh, there we go. I was muted. I'm back.
Good. Damn it.
Did your duties?
Yeah, I did my duties. I'm just gonna go piss in the garden. I'll be back.
Did your dog take a shit? Classy individual. I just need to take a piss in the garden.
Yeah, and then Agnes bitches that her flowers are dying.
The flowers are dead.
No wonder they're dying. They got acid literally coming out of his dick onto her flowers.
Gross.
Yeah.
I was like, no wonder they're dying. I was like, yeah, but honey, it's October.
Yeah.
It's 25 degrees out and everything's still in bloom.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a feeling that'll end though. It was pretty. I think it peaked to like 18 degrees here today, but
yeah, they were talking about a heat wave. It was literally touching you guys way up there in Canada, but it's almost done. So any day now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm willing to bet. Like it's awesome in a way to have this kind of weather at the beginning of October. It's like a last little taste of summer. Although I'm fucking working, so it's not like I can go outside and enjoy it. Like, and then when I get home, the sun sets at like 7 o'clock, so I'm not able. I can't get out and do anything after work. But it's gonna break.
I think tomorrow. I think tomorrow's the last day. I'm hoping if I don't get too drunk with you guys tonight, I'm gonna try to go some mountain biking tomorrow, and then because I wanted to go downhill biking on Friday, but it's gonna be raining Friday morning, so it's like.
Like tomorrow, I'm taking Friday off. I'm planning to go and do some biking on Friday. So, and for the forecast says 22 degrees during the day and 13 at night. And I'm thinking like that's like summer temperatures here.
Yeah.
Overnight, 13 degrees. But
it's been freaking warm the last few days. It's been like it was supposedly 28.
But I can remember it might have been cold.
Yeah, it might have been even warmer in Toronto than it was here, but I could be wrong.
How can you tell? Because you guys got your numbers all in Fahrenheit.
Well, I could switch my app to stuff, but I ain't doing it on principle.
He prefers his weather in America.
Can I hit? What's the temperature? 22 degrees on Friday. Celsius is 72 Fahrenheit. 19 degrees tomorrow. 68. 66.
So we're gonna have a cold day on Sunday here, which is 69. 69. But
it's like summer weather here.
But yeah, it's 81, 82, 74, 69, 74, 77, 77. It's definitely dropping here too, but not as significant.
Yeah, next week they're kind of saying Monday and Tuesday it'll be 13 degrees Celsius, so that's like that's 55.
Yeah, I kind of like the weather between 0 and like 12.
I like it
You know
to
what
get like a good fall temperature of like 12 to 16. Just
So
cold
what?
enough
So
you
what
gotta
do you?
wear a jacket and you're
Yeah,
fine inside.
yeah. So what do you guys get here for like
Bunch of
fall?
dead.
I mean, up there for fall, I get it in the winter, right? So, like we might hit 0 overnight sometimes,
Yeah.
but during the day, it's always comfortable
Dude, by the
and
time Halloween rolls around, we get like -5 sometimes.
yeah, it's
Yeah, I've had to
there's
wear a snowsuit under my costumes going
yeah.
trick or treating before.
Oh, that was the worst as a kid. You're just like, now I look like Fat Dracula.
Exactly.
Yeah, like a
Exactly.
Michelin man walking down the street.
To answer Jamie's question, yeah, we were saying that Flying Monkey Super Collider was like, wasn't it some god awful, ridiculous IBU of like 160 or some shit? And the perception of the human tongue is like 60 IBUs is as bitter as you can really taste, 60 to 80, I think. So anything past that point is excessive. But it's not just how bitter something is in like 60 IBUs, it's also like how well balanced it is. So you can make something with 60 IBUs and have it ridiculously unbalanced and it tastes bitter as fuck. But the reason why
That's why I usually love double IPAs if they're well balanced. Like, yeah, they might be bitter as fuck, but they're usually very well balanced with a lot of extra malt and stuff. Yum, yum, yum.
yeah, but that's kind of what I'm saying. Like when it comes to like nice, like bitter IPAs, like good ones that are almost like pine bombs, like this one, Greg.
That is a good IPA, Nick.
Yeah, I knew you would think so.
And I'm not having any more because I drink too many in the summer because I buy a couple of cases from Amazon at really stupid cheap prices, and then I'm just like, oh, not Amazon, sorry, Amsterdam. I'm surprised.
I'm like, I can get a bone shaker of Amazon.
Damn.
I'm looking right now.
I'm actually surprised you can't. But Jesus, who's doing the racing?
I don't know.
I
Some
thought
jackass.
that was Arnold growling.
Nah, it's some asshole driving around.
That's all right. I haven't heard any, but there's a bunch of motorcycles coming by here like a few minutes ago.
Sounded like a Subaru, but I could be wrong.
Subarus usually sound like tractors. I mean, Cardinal Farmhouse Ale, and it's all right. It's 4.5%, so the albino rhino.
That's another beer I can't. No, I don't want to say stand, but it takes me the farm ale, farmhouse ale, whatever you call it. Yeah, it's.
I find farmhouse ales or saisons that they can vary very drastically. Like I'm not really the biggest fan myself. This one's pretty good, but it's not sour at all. Wow, jeez, I really offended you guys.
Yeah, fuck you, Greg.
I mean, I wish more people fuck me.
You would say that.
I'd like to go on a poon pounding spree and just bang all the nicks in the neighborhood. And then I move on to the Scots and then eventually the Marsons.
Can't afford me.
Now it's true, you're a very expensive hooker. It's funny, I mean, like Agnes's friend is I guess we're online, so I shouldn't get. Well, nobody knows who she is, but she's married. She has a full-time boyfriend, and she used to cheat on her boyfriend. She doesn't anymore, but now, like her and her boyfriend, they like hire like a high-priced escort, like whenever they get together once a month or something. And I was asking her, how much does this escort cost? And she's like, usually like about $2,000 for like 3 hours. I'm like, fuck, you're a girl. You could just pick up another girl and bring her back. Why are you spending $2,000 for a couple hours?
So she's married, has a boyfriend, and then they hire an escort.
Yes, correct. Because well,
Damn.
she changed her ways because she used to also cheat on her boyfriend too, but now apparently she doesn't. She's only cheating with one guy and her husband. She's living her best life.
Yeah, apparently.
But I don't know. I'm just like that seems really expensive for an escort. Like I don't know who the fuck's spending that kind of money. Oh, well, speaking of escorts, it's Dan from Alberta.
Oh, hi guys. It's me, Dan.
Oh,
Oh, I see. It's a nice looking Dan. It's
that
a
doesn't
beer
sound.
and a glass.
That sounds like fucking handsome Dan.
Dan is a hand model. Look at that.
Drinking another Sea Change beer.
Nice.
There we go.
How's the sound? Is it too crappy? Am I interrupting the stream?
No, you're
No, you're
coming-
good.
You're very loud. You're like the voice of God.
Yeah, you're coming. You're coming. Really clear.
Squirt, squirt.
PA Brewers saisons suck. I've had a few wild ales enjoyed, but they've had deeper malt tone. Yeah.
There we go.
He says he hates people. We all do. Just another tax dodger. I think he's talking about Jamie. Moving to Alberta, so he doesn't have to pay tax.
Just wanted everyone to look at my blonde ale.
That's very blonde. You can see right through it. It's almost if you showed us your face, we'd be able to see your face through it.
Oh, look, it's almost gone.
That's not a face. That's a penis on Nick's channel.
Jesus.
Sorry, Nick, for taking
Dick.
your decade plus channel down with my Alberta
Well,
Dan.
years.
It's Dan, by the way, from Alberta. Dan.
You know, Dan. Nick has loved this channel since high school.
Yeah, that's what happens. Where is Albino Rhino, by the way?
I
Who's
have
Chad?
no clue. Yeah, he's some guy named Chad now. I don't know. I
Yeah.
haven't watched his channel in forever.
Is he still up in Pervernatuk?
No, he hasn't been there for about 2 years. He's in like fucking some weird lake where I think like
Deer Lake, Ontario. I think he's on the
Yeah.
other side of. It's almost to the Manitoba border. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was the last update we got before you added him to the chat, and then he started talking about squirty time. And we
no,
kicked him out.
that was Jamie. This
friend
is
of
Dan
us.
we're talking to.
Yeah, we're
All right.
very different people.
Yeah, apparently the place he works at now is a lot better. Like they're not murdering his dogs and all that.
Yeah.
So.
You can tell that I'm Dan from Alberta. This lamp is actually from IKEA. This table is actually from IKEA.
Wait a minute.
Is it broken?
I was gonna say if this was Dan, that stuff wouldn't be intact.
Well, it's new stuff from IKEA. I had to go back and, can't live with broken furniture forever.
Okay.
So
Oh, I gotta check Bruce's butthole. Bruce, what's your butthole?
Oh
look
shit!
like?
Literally.
so is
shit.
this just Greg's new thing? You just have to check buttholes every.
Apparently.
Bruce, your butthole's been for you. No, Bruce is notorious. He has a broken butthole. Most dogs have good buttholes that you don't have to wipe. Bruce has a broken butthole. So I have to follow him and make sure he's not gonna leave poop on the couch.
Ew.
Oh yeah. Also Bella's butthole is leaking because she's probably got an infection in her anal glands, so she's on antibiotics now. Isn't that fun?
All I'm envisioning is the video from the Well and Piss Up with you licking your gloves with the donut sauce on it.
Oh, that was disgusting. Like it was like these Krispy Kreme donuts, they're tasty, but then you squeeze them and just the fucking oil just goes down your glove. It was
What did I? Oh, it was I made a video with Stifler. He was getting the doctor to do the glove treatment from the back, and then super cut to Greg licking the glove.
Well, the glove treatment from the back is good times.
I mean, that other guy from Alberta did it, not me, not Dan from Alberta.
So is Jamie from Alberta?
You're breaking character there, Dan.
Yeah. Fuck, did I spell it right today?
Dan, I think you spelled it okay.
Oh yeah, I got my name right. Alberta. Ah, damn it.
I see no issues. I think that's correct spelling.
Must have the French filter on the autocorrect.
Oh, fuck the French. Speaking of fucking the French, what you drinking there, Marston?
Oh, I got a special for you.
Oh, I'm
Hey,
glad.
Dan/Jamie.
Oh, good. We're gonna watch a video.
Turn around, drop your pants.
Oh, and I also spliced in some goofy music here.
Wow, like this.
You mean Jamie did?
Yeah,
How did
that's
you
what I
know
mean.
that, Dan? Did you watch this already?
Do those nylons go on?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
Joe.
Joe.
I'm gonna
Fuck
perform
Joe.
a procedure on you called milking the prostate. It's an anally induced ejaculation.
Anally induced ejaculation.
Applying pressure on the prostate gland from inside your rectum.
Wrecked him. Damn near killed him.
How scientific of you, baby. But it didn't happen.
Oh, got him.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that is the absolute best video ever. Yeah, Dan, can you post that in the chat? I want to send it to my wife. She'll love that.
So that background music, that's actually from a video on YouTube. And it's a guy, he just has like, his whole body is just covered in horns. And he just, every which way that he moves his legs or his arms, he like, it's like a one-man band, but it's all horns.
Isn't that like a Just for Last skit or something like that?
No, it's a legit dude that would be, he was like a like a busker, if I remember correctly. And he was, just, he'd move his arms and a horn would go
He
off.
did like all
legs.
some
So,
weird shit.
so he's doing this dance and playing the horns in that, like, sounds like kind of funny Oktoberfesty music or whatever. So I don't know. It went well with Greg licking shit glove.
Yeah, it's amazing how a lot of things go well with Greg licking a shit glove.
You asked me what I'm drinking, Greg. It's #1 beer in America.
Oh, there you go. I almost said a bad word. Modelo.
It's terrible.
Much forward
But-
to the Olympus up this year. I think it's going to be a great time. This is shaping up to be probably one of the best bottle shares we've done before in Albino Rhino Beer Fest. And the last couple of years have been great, of course, but this one looks great, I got to say. But thank you very much for the interview, and very much forward to it. So with all the beers that I hope we do drink at this festival, down the fucking hatch. Cheers.
Oh, Nick is so optimistic. Oh.
I don't know who made half of these, but
Paul
all had to work.
This was me. This was back when I had a job where I had time to do this shit on the side.
Oh, fuck it.
Oh,
Oh, fucking
it's fucked up.
Do you know the music?
No.
It's the Ropers, the theme song from the Ropers.
Oh, Nick and Greg got married. That's so sweet.
This is where I grabbed her nipple. Yep.
Yes, you did.
Oh, Greg cheated on Nick with a redhead.
Oh, God. Carrie?
Was that who I think it was?
That was Carrie without a beard.
That
He's
was Carrie
terrified.
with the beard.
Carrie,
Joe
Carrie's
never did wear
terrifying.
Shit Bucket Manor was a shithole.
I'm not sure if this is actual footage from Shit Bucket Manor or not.
Oh, fuck.
That Shit Bucket Manor channel was fucking hilarious. Some of the shit.
Well, and piss up. Well, and piss up. The Bear Patrol. Thank you, Joe, for putting out that fire.
Wow.
Where are you from? Etobicoke, literally right here.
Literally right
Like,
here.
you want to know where I was born? I was
No.
born in St. Michael's Hospital in Toronto, which is that way.
No, see it from here.
You can't see it from here, but It's not that relatively that far from you. It's more in downtown Toronto.
Well, I'm not going into that amount of detail. I'm from St. John, New Brunswick, Canada, and I'm an influencer.
I'm also apparently because one person at the beer fest recognized me and told me I had a great channel. So cheers to whoever you are.
Like one video.
I don't remember who you are, but cheers to whoever you are. I have the best channel, the Beer Burglar, ever since Mr. Lee Russell retired. He's got kind of a.
I have a YouTube channel. It's called Maxwell Stars Beer Reviews, and
Star with 2 R's.
I've been doing it for 8 years now. Oh. Redbeard falling down the stairs.
I was going to say that
you cracking your rib. Well, geez, you can still have the same memorable moment.
All right, well, let's say the time that Redbeard got pretend pushed and he fell over.
How about? Well, we're going memorable, so it's like not good or bad. So how about Redbeard for getting all my beer at the Shit Bucket Hotel?
That was pretty good. When you were showering.
I'm proud about that.
Oh, that was good. Oh, okay.
Connected, okay?
Nick was so angry too.
It's all good.
I was.
Serious memory. All the great
All
food
the
we
beer I
had.
brought.
Mr. and
All
Mrs.
the
Sexton
beer
were
we brought.
fantastic hosts.
True.
They did a fantastic job. The food was delicious. They fed us so much that none of us got. Well, maybe some of us got drunk. I didn't get drunk. I got bloated, but I didn't get drunk. I mean, they're wonderful. We first had it on the patio. Then we moved inside when it got cold.
Yeah,
it was just a great.
It was a great time. My only regret was not getting a Krispy Kreme donut because Greg decided to turn them all into Timbits.
I turned one into a Timbit. There were plenty left. You just weren't paying attention. There were like 6 left.
I forgot about them and I was drunk.
I should probably threw them out.
Shut up, Greg Beard.
Whoa!
Greg Beard.
Oh wow!
The worst one's probably that Reinhardt Hearts Collide.
It honestly was. No, not the regular Hearts Collide. The regular one was delicious.
The regular one was delicious.
I think we gave it an average 8 of 5.
The
yeah, the
2-year
barrel aged, and I'll admit I kind of knew it wasn't that good. I kind of went slide. You guys have a shitty beer. It wasn't good. That was obviously clearly infected. It was not good. What would you say is your best beer?
Best beer. I will go. Well, looking at the picture of the beers I've had, probably the one that Earth sent us, that Paisley Cave Complex from Bottle Logic Brewing.
Oh yeah, that one was good.
That was like the Blueberry Imperial Stout, which actually turned out to be pretty darn good.
The Blueberry Imperial Stout was really good. I was actually quite impressed. I'm trying to look at them. The Mother Night, which I believe was the one that was aged in maple syrup barrels.
Maple syrup bourbon barrels.
I will say, in my opinion, the best liquid of the night was, and this pains me to say it, it's what you were brought.
It wasn't a beer.
It was from Schramm's Brewery. It was one of those overpriced U.S. breweries. But yeah, Schramm's Meadery is so good. Like they make such good mead. It's so crazy.
That was a delicious mead, though.
That was really good. That may have been the best liquid. Not from the piss up, the Kentucky Bastard that Nick was nice to share with me. Absolutely fantastic. One of my favorite beers. Honk honk, motherfucker. Dick hard. Not at least that evening. I woke up with a hard dick in the morning. So but that could also just be from drinking water too, and it affects your prostate. A friend of ours calls it not a hard on, it's a pee on because it's the pee that makes it happen.
I thought it was a Mama Juan on. Fuck you. Fuck
you, Fast and the Furious asshole.
Jesus Christ. All right. I enjoyed the Mama Juana way more than Redbeard did. That was good stuff.
Oh, there was Chad's wedding, which I totally didn't see because he didn't fucking announce it. Come on, Chad. Chad, next time you have a wedding at your beer festival, I need you to fucking announce it. Get a loudspeaker. Heary, join us for a wedding, We didn't know you were getting married. I had to watch the video. I'm so offended. I'll see you in September for your wedding
My most
celebration.
memorable moment from the beer festival outside of Chad's wedding was being chased down by some weirdo while I was trying to do a review of coffee stout or something.
Will there be a video of that at some point?
Probably, Greg, considering you were chasing me down.
That was amazing. And I made you still shed your shirt.
You did, you asshole.
You look like an animal the rest of the fest.
I just put that shirt on, too. Like, first review with it, and I dripped milk stout on my shirt.
That's what you get for running away from me.
That's what I would have to say is the easy IPA young rival, I think, from Merit Brewing, which I really enjoyed. The worst one.
What was the one that tastes like popcorn? That
was the lager shit. I didn't drink anything from those guys. I didn't really want to.
I don't even remember what they were. Joe, comment in the comments. Tell us which one it was. but it tasted like popcorn. It wasn't great. I don't think I hated it as much as everyone else did because I'm just like, it tastes buttery. You can still drink it. I've tasted lots worse. Oh no, actually, my least favorite was from is it 26 acre, 28 acre? I can't remember what the name is. They had a 14% ice cider.
Oh.
It was fucking awful. I actually, just to finish it, I had to water it down because it was so bad. So I appreciate, hey, 14% great. You're going to get drunk. No, you're better off drinking lighter beer and just drink more of it because this was not good.
Yeah, I don't think I had anything at the beer festival this year that I really hated. I think the worst ones were just like lowest common denominator kind of stuff, like the ones that interested me the least when I drank it. I think I'd have to go with maybe like the one from Bose, the Terroir from Bose, the Yours to Rediscover, I think it's called, which I thought was kind of a little boring.
I mean, my favorites were both for merit. The hazy IPA that Nick mentioned, although that was my second favorite. My favorite was it was Earl Grey something Tripel, 9.4%. You would not know it. You could drink it like a lager. It was fantastic. I'll also give a shout out to, was it Wrench Brewing or something Wrench Brewing?
Oh yeah, Rusty Wrench.
Rusty Wrench. I tried a few of their beers. I remember quite enjoying them. So good for them, especially since they're a new brewery. I always like to give shout outs to new breweries because I'm an influencer. If I give you a shout out, you're gonna do well for yourself.
I shouldn't give away too many details because I actually have a Rusty Wrench mystery beer review.
Ooh.
You probably already drank when you were there, but we'll go with that.
I don't even remember that.
Yes, I do it every year, and I would like to come back, even if it means hanging out with him.
Would you do the Ship Bucket Manor again?
I might rent the Ship Bucket Manor.
A bunch of guys, one bathroom?
Yes. Because who cares if I'm in the bathroom and I'm taking it?
Yeah, you're the guy. You're the guy who keeps everyone else waiting.
The price is right. It was a little very eccentric, and it was weird. Like the first night we're there, all of a sudden there's a pipe leaking in the ceiling, and and there's birds in the upstairs bedroom, which I thankfully didn't have to sleep in. It smelled like bird poop.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, it was a weird spot, but the price was right, and we got 5 people in there, so. For $150 night.
And I guess, would we stay at a Comfort Inn again? Yeah, the Comfort Inn was perfectly fine. It was nothing special. It didn't have a nice view. But the room was clean. The bed was good. The pillows sucked. I'll bring my own pillows next year. We got a real shitty breakfast each morning, which we missed the second day because we slept in. So Comfort Inn, Falls View, Niagara. I say very mild thumbs up. But when you take the price into account, pretty good. Because you know what? It was a little over $100 a night.
What's your experience staying in a budget motel?
Yes, penis.
That's all. That really much sums it up right there. Penis.
All right, Nick, would you mind hooping something to punish me? Oh,
wow. What an ending that was.
That was a pretty good video.
That looks like you guys had a bunch of fun over there.
Oh, that trip was a blast.
That
was one of the best years too, because it was just us fuckers basically just goofing around.
Hey Greg, was that the year I gave you the shirt, or was that the next year after that?
I think
that was.
No,
you brought the shirt to the Well and Piss Up.
Yeah, the shirt was at Sexton's house. So yes, that was the same year.
Yeah, I remember the shirt at.
Everybody loved it, eh?
Oh, it was real popular. I'm glad. I mean, it's a shame that Lady Lee wasn't there because she would have just been squirting all over the place. She loves trouble.
Yeah, that was literally the year before Lady Lee.
Well, yeah, it was the year before she was born.
Oh my God! Is the review of the syrup de table here? Remember that? Remember when we did a beer review of the President's Choice table syrup?
Yeah, that was Ship Bucket Manor. That was the same year.
That looked like fun.
Skip that fucking team.
Okay, what be going down, people of the world?
your pterodactyl scream. There we go. Okay, today we're reviewing a non-alcoholic beverage because why not? We're like that. We're having President's Choice Syrup de Table Original Maple syrup. Now this is 750 milliliters and
0% alcohol.
You guys must have been drunk already, yeah?
There's a good chance this is probably not real maple syrup.
Carrie just woke up at this point.
Anyways, let's do the pour. I'm just impressed he was up.
Hey. Oh, there's way too much head on.
Well, he had.
Okay, dude.
Settle down.
We made it down there. We went Breakwall Brewing in Port Colborne after I arrived. Carrie decided to stay back to the Ship Bucket Manor and sleep.
It's the swirl this in slow motion. See, I have some water in mine, so I can actually get like a little bit of coating on the side.
There you go.
It definitely has some legs on it.
This is like a fine cognac.
You're gonna take it. You're looking to see if it's got legs.
It's definitely got some.
It's not hazy. It's pretty clear.
So, President's Choice, I'm assuming it's like all fake syrup, right?
I would say it was some garbage fake.
Yeah,
Loblaws.
Late 50s, early 60s.
Going
to the cabana soup.
That's just the diabetic shock. They're
It's diabetic shock. We're almost there.
It smells pretty sweet. It smells exceptionally sweet. There's no bitterness on it.
It makes me want waffles.
It smells similar to real maple syrup, but there's just something fake about it.
I'm not getting any alcohol astringency at all in this. It's not boozy.
It's not boozy at all.
Now, really badly. This makes me want waffles.
Totally. Well, cheers, guys. Let's drink it.
Cheers.
Oh.
Getting our toes amputated.
That's
pretty
cool.
Disgusting.
Very, very full body.
Very full body.
That's very coating.
It's pretty chewy. Leave your lips sticky.
Oh, that's actually not bad. That's
Coats the palate.
There goes Greg.
High end of full body.
Refill.
I think it's almost solid body. On the after, like on the back of the palate, there's like a really fakeness to it.
Yeah. No, there is a fake. I will say it's maybe like 75% feels like real maple syrup, and then there's just a fakeness to it in the smell and taste. But if you're eating greasy pancakes, you probably wouldn't give a shit.
Totally not. And you'd probably fucking dip your bacon in this shit. This would probably
Memories.
Sausages, little breakfast sausages.
Memories of flying saucer.
As long as they don't have gristle in them. I would feel that you would get instant diabetes. Oh, flying saucer. I would have loved to have brought Carrie to the flying saucer. Yeah, I know. It's definitely a lot of sugar all at once.
It's cloyingly sweet.
Maple syrup bacon, man. That's good stuff.
On a scale of 0 to diabetes, I give this a
scale of 0 to
9.5.
I give it a diabetes. What diabetes?
Diabetes. I give this my left foot. Too soon?
Waffles or pancakes? This is delicious. But on its own,
like
there really is some like horribly artificial.
This actually gives me that little bit of that Crown Royal maple flavor. Without the Crown Royal.
See, I feel regular maple syrup would already get the job done of giving you diabetes. I feel this gives you diabetes with cancer.
I gave this. I'm going to give this 8 pancakes.
Jesus Christ.
That sounds like a good amount of pancakes.
8 pancakes. I'm going to give this about 17 waffles out of 30.
Okay. This is a cigarette butt put out in a pile of Denny's waffles out of 5.
Speaking of a place like that, I gotta take you to the Waffle House.
I give it diabetes.
Greg.
Oh, there you go. Diabetes.
Is it like for good reason? For good reasons or for bad reasons?
It's a staple of the South. Let's just call it that.
All right. I look forward to all the staples of the South.
It doesn't get any more redneck than that.
Also, can we go to like all the places that like have really spicy food so Agnes will have to eat it and then cry?
Yeah, but the South is really not on the spicy unless you go to like Louisiana and stuff. So.
Oh, okay. I thought it was more spicy.
It's a lot of deep fried stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, deep fried's tasty.
Yeah, there's a lot of Mexican food around here because there's a lot of Mexican influence here. That's for sure.
I was gonna say, is there more than because Michigan had quite a bit of Mexican food?
Oh, it is. There's a lot of Latinos here for sure.
I actually look forward to trying that
Yeah.
because, like, Michigan actually had really good Mexican food. Like, that's the thing is, like, most Canadians don't realize, like, once you go south of the border, and I don't mean to Mexico, I mean to the fucking U.S., the Mexican food is so much better.
Yeah, the Detroit, the Mexican town, Detroit. Yeah, they had some couple good restaurants over there, but yeah.
Well, they were good, but the one I liked is the one you recommended to us. What was it called? Red Rooster or something like that?
Red pepper.
Red Pepper. Yeah.
You're way off.
That was fucking great.
Yeah, but that's not even owned by Mexican. It's owned by a white guy.
I don't give a shit. It was tasty as fuck.
Hmm. It was too. He did something right. He had good stuff in there for sure. That's just like that place I went to in Windsor, Ontario. It was a Chinese / Mexican restaurant by a Chinese dude. It was phenomenal.
Oh, okay. I've never been there.
I'm not even, it's called Acapulco, but I'm not even sure if that thing's around anymore, but that was years ago.
Well, we probably won't ever find out. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to Well, apparently your wife told my wife that there's going to be lots of time. There's going to be lots of plans, and there's not going to be much time to do anything because you guys have so many plans of places you want to go.
I ain't got no fucking plans. We're just going to wing it.
Well, apparently your wife does. I don't know. I just figured we were just going to sit on your porch and drink beer for a week.
Oh, that sounds good too.
And then get some fried food. We're all good. How close is like the closest bar to your place, like or bar like pub or whatever, like where we can get like some food and drink? Like how?
Like 5 minutes.
Okay, so you're not like that. You're not that much in butt fuck nowhere.
No, we're good.
Where's your closest Costco?
We don't have a Costco.
Oh, okay. Well, it's
Sam's Club's like 7 minutes to 10 minutes, not even.
Okay, so well, Sam's is basically the same shit. We don't have Sam's Club in Canada. We're not sophisticated like that.
Yeah, Costco's in a big city in Greenville.
Oh, fancy. Greenville. That's North Carolina. That's where we're landing, right? Greenville.
Yeah, that's South Carolina, Greenville. The area that I live in is called Upstate, which is like close to the mountains and on the border with Georgia and Tennessee and North Carolina.
Fuck mountains! Should I bring my mountain bike?
Sure. So that's why they call it upstate. So it's a kind of hilly, not even mountains. It's hills, whatever. It's not the Rockies, that's for sure.
Well, it's more hills than that, I suppose.
Yeah. So then you got the Low Country. That's all that stuff on a coast. So you got your Charleston, your Myrtle Beach, and Hilton Head. That's the Low Country, and then I forgot what the hell they call the Middle Country, but whatever it is, middle of the state. That's where Columbia is, which is the state of the capital of the state.
A wild beard disappeared.
Oh my God!
Red beard.
So
I'm just happy he has a beard. He's terrified me that a beard.
So to finish reading comments, we got Melina /Dan/Jamie said he had to leave because his audio went wacky. He brought the double barrel Mother Night from Barn Cat to the Well and Piss Up. Good times. It was a fucking amazing time. Lager Shed sucked ass.
they had that sweet seven day barrel age thing, man. Remember that? It was awesome.
Oh, yeah. No, I did. I skipped everything fucking Lager Shed because I've had something from Lager Shed before and I wasn't not impressed. I don't even think they're around anymore. I brought lunch the day after this video was taken. Everyone had a great time. Greg buys a meal and one guy had a terrible time. Okay. Skip that. Hi, Carrie. How you doing?
All right.
I see another beer. Is that another Modelo?
Hell yeah.
I used to be able to get Modelo here. I fucking loved that. Like, for a good, like, serviceable Mexican-style cerveza.
It's
Cat
like I
lady.
said, it's not bad. I mean, I guess it's just like a service beer, just like you called it. All right, it's just something to
like a maintenance beer.
Yeah.
Good old serviceable beer.
It's just something to maintain your drunk. But it's
How does it say?
deep beer is like moonshine.
4.4. So I mean,
or Sol. Do you guys get Sol down there? You must.
Yes, yeah, I did see it in the store. I haven't seen it here, but I did see it up north.
Jimmy Jazz is in the chat saying Lager Shed is still around and it's still terrible. Big surprised. What was the name of that? There was like one brewery. Was it Chester or something or Cheddar? The one that tasted like fucking butter popcorn. It wasn't just Lager Shed. It was another brewery that showed up to the 2019 Alpine Rhino Beer Fest. I can't remember it. It was like Chester or something. Do you remember this, Carrie? No.
No.
So the albino thing, is that still the fest is still going, but you guys are not going, or is that over? Or
Oh, it's been done. Chad moved to northern Quebec, to Vernetic, Quebec, like the winter afterwards to try and make some money to move somewhere more affordable than Toronto. And so far he hasn't, like, and of course COVID hit right after that, so he never went back to actually run the festival again. So there hasn't been an Albino Rhino Beer Fest since the 2019 festival. At this point, I don't even know if I'd go back, because I went to every single one of them, but I'm not sure if I'd go back to another one if they had one. I guess if everybody I knew was going, like Carrie was going, or Greg, or Chris, or somebody, I might, or Ashley, or I think it'd be like going back to old times. I'd love to go again.
Hey, Greg, take your head out of the toilet and come join us.
I'm making myself some nachos and cheese.
Craig, are you pissing in the flowers again? Anyway, Carrie, what's up? How you doing tonight?
Good.
What you drinking? Anything?
I showed you. You even acknowledged the can.
It's true. Bellwood's Cat Lady.
And after that, I have a couple cans of something pretty fancy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Must be Bud Light.
Not at all. There's like a 1,000 different websites that are coming up when I search for the 2019 Albino Rhino Beer Fest, and none of them are giving. Oh, okay. I found the picture.
Oh.
Nickelbrook, Brimstone, Bench, Wellington, who got kicked out, Job Site, Old Tomorrow,
Yes.
Charlottesville.
Maybe it was Charlottesville.
I can't read that one. Cayman Kennel, Exchange, Osthouse, Anderson, Collective Arts, Ironwood, Stone Hooker, Silversmith, Breakwall,
Stone Hooker.
Second Wedge, 26 Acre, Bose, Merritt, the Teaching College, Eastbound Brewing, Lock Street, Left Field, Silly Sir, Merchant Alehouse, Herald House, I think.
I think it was that Charlottesville one.
Rusty Wrench and Mash Paddle.
You know what? I'm kind of curious.
Are they still in business?
Curious. That's what I want to know. Like, how many of these breweries shut down over COVID? That's the scary thing. It's like craft
breweries in this list.
Craft beer.
Yeah.
I don't think many of them. Like Nickelbrook, Brimstone, Bench, still Wellington. I don't even know Job Site. I'd never heard of them before the fest or after them. Old Tomorrow's still around. Charlottesville, same thing. Never really heard of them. Cayman Kettle's still kicking. Exchange is still around. Osthouse. Anderson. Them I couldn't tell you. Collective Arts, yes.
In the big craft beer brew model, so many beer breweries opened up before COVID hit. And then all of a sudden COVID hit, and then, like, how many of these breweries are still around?
Oh, COVID definitely shut down a few breweries.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Like I told you guys, it's basically killed Hammer River Brewing here. I was kind of upset by that. Like Ham River Brewing, if anybody's followed this channel for years, then you've probably heard me talk about it.
Have you had Hammond River before?
A couple times. Speaking of which, I'm going to have a Foghorn Yellow Dart Session IPA from a brewery who did survive COVID.
Oh, must be Hammond River.
No. Strangely enough, it's like a couple of blocks down.
Actually, Gateway City, the brewery here that opened kind of just pre-COVID, they are doing very well. They're in their
How's that New Ontario doing?
They're still kicking.
Still trying.
Actually, I need to go check them out because a good friend of mine just started working there as I'm assuming like the front of house manager or something like that. But with him working there, I feel like things could get better.
Bolino Reno says, "Thank God we got to try that blueberry beer."
Actually, Gateway City made a strawberry sour that was probably the best strawberry sour I've ever had. It was really, really strawberry-y and really, really, really sour.
Was that the one that Chris Drain poured?
No, that was some thing from Sawdust City I grabbed. That was a strawberry milkshake IPA, I think.
Oh, yeah.
The motherfucker Drain poured my beer. That's some bullshit right there.
Yep. What was?
I don't know if I ever drain poured anything.
Oh, I've drain poured it. It's got to be.
If I did, it must have been sour also because I'm not a fan and must have bought it by mistake or something. But yeah,
I've had beers that are not supposed to be sour that have been sour, and definitely got rid of those.
I rarely drain pour stuff, but okay, so yeah, something might be so bad then yeah.
Motherfucker, where are nachos at? You're just gonna sit there and eat those fuckers without even sharing, huh?
You know what? I'll send a few over to South Carolina because why not?
So that's those 10 nachos together. That's one nacho.
It counts as one if they're stuck together.
Yep.
Yeah, they're kind of
That's one nacho right there, man.
I just need a bigger mouth to stick it in. Yeah, these are all fucking stuck together. Fucking cheese.
Bigger vagina sticking in.
Jesus neck.
Brian Reynolds says, "I got married and then no more fests than COVID. Stone Hooker probably gone by now. Thank God we got to try the blueberry beer. Gateway City, Wales, North Bay Beer Mills."
Stone Hooker's still very much around. They're about 15 minutes away from me.
What was that one that was up in Welland? Is it Stonehammer? Are they even there anymore? And also, Second Wedge was in another brewery renamed. I forget who.
I don't know. Stonehammer's beer is not particularly good, but
it was just. I think they're permanently closed now. What was interesting about Stonehammer is that they were like one of the earlier ones because I like early 2010s. I remember.
Oh, Stonehammer! I think they got bought out, didn't they? Because they only had like 4 beers.
Stonehammer Dark, yeah, like Stonehammer Dark. Oh yeah, it's made by Fixed Beer now. Fixed Gear, even the Fixed Gear. But like Stonehammer Dark, I remember having that when Chad sent me a can of it, like in 2011, 2012.
I think if you go ahead, Greg. I guess if you had some decent beers, my turn. Some bitch, eat your nachos. Now, I guess if you had some decent beers and you were around for a minute, you had a following. Yeah, I guess you could survive most things, right? Even Corona, whatever. But if you were just starting out and that thing happened, yeah, I mean that sucks.
Holy shit! Second Wedge Brewing this summer had a tornado hit their building, tore the roof off.
Where was that?
That was back in June or no May. EF2
No,
tornado.
Where was that?
Uxbridge.
Hmm.
Wherever Uxbridge, Ontario is. Uxbridge, Ontario.
Sounds like a middle of nowhere.
Well, pretty much is.
It is, yeah.
It's on the other side of Toronto, like north of Oshawa.
Hey, I got married in Oshawa, man.
Oh, there you go. So it's north of Pickering and Oshawa, like between Pickering and Oshawa, but due north towards Lake Simcoe, halfway up, out in the country.
So Oshawa now, it's probably part of fucking Toronto.
No, we don't acknowledge it.
Well, I know you don't acknowledge it, but I'm sure.
Well, it's as Toronto as Oakville is, basically.
Yeah.
It's just like Mississauga and Toronto are all together with Etobicoke. And
Yeah, just like people moving north, to like Barrie and stuff. I'm sure. I mean, what's that, about an hour drive from Toronto?
It's insane how big that city's gotten. Like I remember being a kid and going to Wonderland, and it was like you're at Wonderland, and Wonderland was this park in the middle of fucking nowhere, basically.
Nowhere, yeah.
Fucking anything around it. Now, it's
big old city around it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yep,
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of people there, that's for sure.
Even Barrie, I mean, like, yeah, Barrie's, I remember my aunt used to live there way back in the day, and it was already a big-ish city at the time, but now it's just fucking huge.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we were talking about it last week, like Mississauga. That's like, it's there's more people in Mississauga than the city of Detroit, and Detroit is a huge city. But it used to be a 2 million, plus city, but they lost so many, people, whatever happened there. But yeah,
it's fucking huge now. Like before we even lived here, like when you went, like basically around our house was nothing but mostly fields and just that one mall that's kind of beside our house. And then like you went past City Hall and it was all like freaking farmlands, and now it's all subdivisions as far as
It's crazy how it's just Canada. It's just like pockets of population and then open vast land everywhere.
Yeah, there's one farmer who decided he was going to sell up until
I was actually even impressed. Like I had to drive to Toronto on last Thursday to drive my mom down there, and the Don Valley Park. I don't know. We drove through this area of Toronto that I don't know. It must have been like this ginormous forest in the middle of the city. It's pretty cool. For the size
Don
of
Valley
Toronto.
Parkway,
Yeah, just this massive. It took like half an hour to drive through this fucking giant park. Basically, it's fucking cool.
I haven't been, but there's like some really good free mountain bike paths all the way through that. Like miles and miles.
You can barely hear Greg.
Yeah, the sirens aren't helping.
Yeah.
Somebody got shot.
In Toronto? No.
Yes.
Sirens, you guys. I don't know what sirens you guys are talking about. I think you heard my fridge or something open.
No, there was a siren of some kind.
Wasn't here. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Yeah, Don Valley has tons.
There, shut up. It just went again. I just heard it again.
Okay, yeah, there's a siren now.
Okay, there we go.
And
I don't know how you can hear. I can barely hear it with my fucking headphones on.
Your microphone is tuned to that frequency or some shit.
There's a fire station like a block away, so yeah, they're always going out whenever there's a fire in the area.
Nice. Actually, the arena I work at's like a block away from the main police station and the main fire station in town, so hear them often enough at work.
Yeah, but you live in a sticks too. Just how big is that town? I mean, city, whatever.
50,000 ish.
Okay.
But for the size of the city, though, the crime and stuff is rampant.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just us; it's all over the fucking place.
Yeah, what was it? Drugs or like meth or something, or
it's pretty much drugs and homelessness and but we're boring Maya L. Aw, I'm sorry, Maya L. I'm sorry.
Who's Maya L?
The world's most boring live stream. They commented. You know what? It isn't. Go look up. There's a person. Look up smiling, sitting and smiling. I believe it's called. There's a guy who literally sits there and smiles.
There we go.
That's it. And that's it for like 4 hours at a time. There's one of them. I can't remember how I came across it. I think I was like on the Tosh point or something like that. He pointed out, and I kind of dug into it a little bit. And on one of them, you can literally watch it, and a small puddle forms beside him and like starts to flow away because he pissed himself. It was pretty.
Okay. She says most boring live stream, which I actually don't disagree with.
Yeah,
but that's the point. We're like ASMR beer tubers. Here
we go.
What's the topic other than we can hear the sirens? Well, the topic is
we don't have a topic.
We just move from topic to topic. We don't really have a plan. It's a live hangout.
We're enjoying beers.
Questions. If you want to ask us a question, go ahead and ask us a question. But I think you're already tuned out here.
No, what? Read that.
Is canning is good enough?
Really? You were trying. You were going for paint drying channel, maybe?
Paint drying. Do you want us to draw something?
The paint drawing. What do you watch? Bob Ross? The paint drawing channel. That's hilarious.
I mean, if you really want us to like draw something, I guess we could like
draw a penis or something.
Yeah. I could draw that tool and.
Oh, there we go. It's the paint drawing channel.
There you go. It's a tank. Make sure it's shooting.
Balls.
Make sure it's shooting something. It's a tank, you know. Got to be politically correct now.
That's a pretty good drawing, Nick. Nick, I'm impressed with your penis drawing skills. What the fuck is it? Is it shooting out fucking like ooze?
It's got an infection, you know.
Ninja Turtles.
Did you not go to school as part of a Christian cult that was kept hidden in the woods my entire childhood? Is this actually Paul with a sock account?
Probably. I don't know. Your childhood sounds more interesting. I want to hear more about it. You should come on our live stream.
Paul wouldn't say bad things about paint. I feel like.
Oh, Paul does love paint.
Oh, it's Greg. It's actually Greg.
Hoisted. Is it actually Greg?
No.
I don't think so.
As usual.
I'm literally.
Oh, is this actually Chad? Chad, because he can't type.
I don't think this is anybody.
What do we
that we've ever met before.
discuss on here? Well, we normally just shoot the shit or whatever with a primary focus on beer.
Normally on Wednesday nights at around 8 p.m. on this channel, we do Beer Analysis 101, which is usually everybody has the same beer, and we
it's beer and politics.
No politics. It's usually we'll usually do a group beer review at like 8 p.m., 8:20 p.m. Eastern.
Wait, elaborate on what happened that.
Nice. I'm officially the most mature person here. No one was arguing.
Yeah, but how so?
Just we weren't being dicks about it.
Yeah, who's being immature? Aside from you, really.
Nick is the adult we all need.
What's that about being dicks?
Jesus, Nick, you're gonna get your channel taken down for dicks.
Well, it's not actual nudity.
No, it's just cartoon nudity. It's fine.
Penis.
It's educational. He was teaching you to draw.
It's like Bob Ross and drawing.
Did we talk about that person that got away with showing their
It's like just like happy little wet dream accidents here.
Oh, you can show your butthole as long as it's educational. Nick, you can bend over right now and start shaving your butthole. And if you're just giving us a tutorial on how to shave your butthole, then it's fine.
okay. It's actually okay. I'm grabbing my fancy beer.
Jesus.
And the cat is unfazed.
Well, that was fun. Technically, I'm not bad at.
No, she's not gone yet. She's still there. Are you picking up what she's dropping?
I guess. I'm bad at telling my friends bad at picking up what I'm saying. Well, interesting enough, I guess. Another comment. Really? You do beer reviews? How the heck did you all show up in my feed? I honestly have no idea.
That's I wonder. I'm like,
it's like the YouTube algorithm.
If you don't know what you're watching, why are you watching us for?
Yeah, well, the YouTube algorithm has been fighting against us for years. How did we randomly just show up in people's feeds?
I don't know.
Maybe because I didn't call Beer Dweebs United or Beer Dorks United. Brew Dorks. Maybe it doesn't count as beer.
Keywords are important.
Keywords are important. So now we're blocked by. Maybe that's the power of Grayskull right there. We're no longer handcuffed by YouTube.
Oh, GLB and Gateway City, fancy.
That's cool. Guy's on a gravel bike too. New England
4 Mile Lake. Oh, interesting. I don't even think GLB released that one.
I'm assuming this is going to probably. I'm hoping and assuming this is going to be the haziest, juiciest beer Gateway City has ever made. I'm honestly pretty excited for this beer. It was released today.
How many of them did you buy, to curiosity?
4.
All right, so we'll see if it was 4.
I like the fact that the guy's riding a gravel bike on the cover, on the label.
Oh, and Nick likes that.
Well, all of their IPAs are named after trails in North Bay.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that this is 4 Mile Lake is a lake in the north end of the city with, I think it's probably more like he's biking down 4 Mile Lake Road, which would be a pretty awesome road to ride on a gravel bike. Why is my focus being fucked up? Fuck you, focus.
Belino Reno says that YouTube is trying to tell you they're also boring. I think he means us too. We're all boring. We're not denying we're boring. But we're content that some people seem to like to watch. So, and for the most part, we just do it for fun. But that's the thing. I know I'm never going to get YouTube partnership back again. That doesn't imply I had it once before, which I did. I've made exactly $200 off of YouTube ad revenue. That was like 2015. Ooh. So YouTube started fucking around with the algorithms.
I scored yet another free sub from Between the Bun yesterday because they have a new monthly sub, and the guy, I'm always like got my wallet out ready to pay, and the guy was about to he's like, "What did you get?" And I'm like, "I got the thing." And the guy's like, "Hey, don't you charge him?" I was like, "Okay." It was fucking hilarious. It was their Thanksgiving on a Bun sub. Fucking delicious.
Sounds kind of
hey, nice. Yeah, I'll take free shit.
Yeah,
and they're just really nice people.
Yeah,
but, they love my reviews I do on my YouTube channel, and I give them if they do something that's not great, I don't give them, perfect. But I usually give them 10s because their fucking subs are just phenomenal. Supporting local is a big thing. Like Subway, meh.
Is Mr. Sub still around?
Yeah, barely. But even them are just garbage, pre-made, processed. The place here in North Bay bakes all their bread every day, and they've also got like 10 different flavors of bun. Like I always get the jalapeno cheddar, and then like just everything is made in house. Kind of, it's all so fresh and just delicious, and I love it. I love it. Hey Lee.
All right, so Bleeding Reno says there's a joke for Maya, Nick. You're not boring to me, fella. Lever says Maya didn't love him since high school.
This beer's really good. Let's see a date on it. I'm wondering. It was released today. I'm not sure if it was canned today or.
I don't know if someone got rid of their comments or what, but that Maya fella or girl or whatever, all the comments are gone on my YouTube feed.
Oh yeah. I've got the StreamYard feed open, so it doesn't. They don't vanish from there.
Yeah, it's not like it said anything bad, unless they deleted him or Lee blocked her.
Oh, Lee timed them out. They weren't being like that bad. It was at least someone to interrupt. Don't do that, man. What the hell?
Let Lee play. Let Lee play God. I feel Lee plays a good God. So let him
He's fucking with our revenue, man.
For the first time ever,
we got somebody.
YouTube was actually putting us out into the wild for the first time ever. That's what I'm saying. Like we're on this could be on the verge of something happening. I don't know.
Just don't time out the Oblino Reno. Otherwise, we'll have literally nobody chatting. Oh, it's probably because Maya had 2 kids with 2 other randoms, and that
wasn't Maya a musical artist when we were like teenagers or something potentially?
There's a girl at my old work named Maya. I would bang her, but I didn't.
There was a couple like back in the much music MTV heyday kind of thing where these incredibly sexy girls would make an album and like make some videos, and didn't like the music so much, all that, but some of them were really enjoyable stuff to watch.
2-minute warning. I'm taking a chat down here in a moment. Or the
How have you not taken it down like an hour ago, Nick? What's the matter with you?
Oh, it's because we were having a good time.
Yeah, we're having a good time. All right, everyone, just spend the next 2 minutes yelling the N-word. Nick.
You said yelling. That wasn't even close.
Oh, sorry, Nick. Oh, that one.
No, come on, yell. Come on, in your backyard. Come on, yell.
Nick.
Oh, not bad. Not bad.
That was. If I go now, I'm gonna get a text from my wife in a second. She already has told me to keep it down.
I told you when I was there. You literally need to go to your neighbors and just ask them, like, have we ever, just gauge instead of just being all paranoid about it. I don't know.
I'm not fucking paranoid. My wife is paranoid. I don't give a shit.
But I'm just saying, like, but before you get a complaint or they yell at you or something, you know what I mean? Go over and ask.
Why would they complain or have a right to complain? You're at your house.
Because if it's 11 o'clock at night and they're trying to sleep and you're being
that's their fucking problem.
No, that's the cops will come and tell you to shut up because most cities have noise bylaws. That's just the way that works. You can't be super loud and disrupt everybody just because if you live in the middle of nowhere and there's nobody around for like a mile, then sure. In the middle of the city, no. And that's also just being a dick. Like Greg doesn't want to be a dick to his neighbors or his wife.
Sometimes.
But again, that's what I'm saying. Like if you went to your neighbors and have we ever been too loud or anything, or just gauge that. I don't know.
That was like a 2-minute long sentence, Gary.
There was periods and things that would have put in there if it was in writing. Fuck you.
Commas and shit.
Yeah.
All right. I got to take this thing offline. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Maya, love you. Jamie.
Cheers, Maya. Please chat with us next week. We need the audience.
Jimmy C. We'll talk to you guys next week.